Else about them is a challenge for you this week?
Yeah, obviously with Mike Zimmer calling plays, they present a lot of different fronts that make you communicate and make you have a plan for whatever they're going to bring. A lot of it obviously is to try and get Mike in some one-on-one situations, so you got to be on the same page with that. Lewis at nickel, he's an experienced player. He's played a lot of good ball. Yeah, obviously they're a little banged up, have some different guys playing, but in the middle, Kendricks is a veteran linebacker that you can tell understands what he's trying to get done and gets those guys lined up as well.
After coming off a big win against the Chargers on Sunday, Todd Bowles was just saying there's enough sarcastic coaches on this team to keep you guys in check. Have you noticed them kind of keeping your feet grounded?
Oh yeah, I mean you got to have thick skin to be around our group. So anybody can get it anytime, anywhere. It doesn't matter who it is. So that's the best part about the group is you have a good game, move on, got to do it again.
Is that needed given the fact that you don't want to exhale at this point?
Oh, absolutely. I think Coach hit on it. When we had started fast early in the year, Denver came in and took it to us. So it's next game at a time, one game at a time mentality, and this is the next one. So got to be focused on that.
Baker, how excited are you for the opportunity to go into prime time? And the last few times you've had that opportunity, haven't walked away with wins. Just considering where you are and the trajectory that you have, you embrace that opportunity of being under the bright lights, the only game being played that night?
I don't really care. If anything, I don't like waiting around all day. I'd rather play earlier. But it's the next opportunity, so I get juiced up for that no matter what. It's another opportunity with this group that we have to continue to build and try and get better.
What is that waiting around period like when you know you got a game that's late and you're so used to playing earlier in the day? What is that process like?
You get a little extra meeting time, a few more hours to walk through. There's always a balance of not trying to do too much, not trying to overthink things that you already have in the game plan and locked up. But just reminders for guys to stay locked in throughout the day, and then when it's a later game, just got to get ready on time.
Talk about the job that your linemen did on Sunday. Bosa, Mac, 2 pressures all game, just with Gedeke and Wirfs and the interior guys, and how well they performed and how clean they've kept you this season. I guess that Christmas gift's got to be pretty good.
Yeah, I mean they're playing extremely well right now. Obviously, I mean you hit on it. Those guys on the edge that the Chargers had, some really good edge rushers and guys that have a lot of stats. But our guys are great, and we trust them. Interior guys, I mean Ben, Graham, and Cody have continued to improve as the weeks have gone on, and we just continue to lean on those guys. And we followed their lead in the second half there when we just kept running the ball.
The 30 touchdown club on Sunday, how meaningful was that to you?
We got to win. That's meaningful.
Obviously, wins is the most important thing going forward, but is there room in the back of your mind to think about Mike Evans' 1,000-yard season, or is that kind of dangerous to do?
I'm thinking about it more than Mike is. He helped himself out, though, put a little chunk into it. But, yeah, it's all in all, winning's the most important part, but he's a huge part of this offense. And so he makes a huge difference in the explosive aspect of this offense. So trying to get the ball some way, somehow, but not forcing it. That's not what this offense is all about. Still need to let the defense dictate where the ball is going to go based on coverage and what they're doing. But still moving Mike around. He's still our number one guy. And if it happens, it happens. If not, we'll see.
Nobody wants to be the quarterback that ends the streak, though.
No, not at all.
We've seen numbers put up by this offense we've not seen in some time. Certainly since you've been here, but even before that, when you have a coordinator that's this hot or that is getting things done like that, there's a lot of speculation going to be out there about head coaching jobs. I don't know, you guys are kind of focused week to week, but how much does that enter your headspace, and what is it about Liam you think that is enabled you guys to really take this thing so far?
Yeah, I think when you look at it as, great offensive coordinators always dial things up to the strengths of their players, and that's what Liam's done. He's had to adjust on the fly, whereas we were looking at this thing being in a lot of 11 personnel early in the year, and then adjusting and seeing how this run game's growing, and that package has just continued to grow. And so the great ones adjust, and Liam's done just that. But like I said earlier, you got to have thick skin to be around this building, so we'll bring him back down to earth.
Where have you seen Jalen McMillan grow the most since the beginning of the season now, get into a groove in the latter half?
Consistency. That's the biggest thing. Is he's always had the potential to be really, really good player. It's just about putting it all together, being consistent, and that's not just the pass game concepts of where he's supposed to be at and when, but it's in the run game as well. You see him taking true pride in the run game of what he's supposed to be doing.
From rookie receiver to rookie running back, how hard is it for a guy like that to come into the league and burst on the scene the way he has and on pace for 1,000 yards?
Yeah, I mean, Bucky's definitely taking advantage of his opportunities. Like I said, another guy that try and get the ball in his hands as quickly as possible because he's done a great job. Obviously, the guys up front, everybody involved in the blocking scheme have opened the holes up for him. But there's a different level when some of these explosive plays that he's created on his own, and that's it's a special player that we have.
Hey, Christmas is a week away. What was your all-time favorite Christmas gift you got?
All-time favorite Christmas gift? Wow, that's tough. Man, there was a time period when I was little. I was big into Nerf. We had a bunch of Nerf wars with our neighbors, and I got I don't know if you're supposed to say fully automatic Nerf. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, it was a hot commodity. I was running the block.
Does it matter to you? You played one at a time in Dallas, I think. You did well, won the game there. Going back to your home state, grew up there, not that far from home. Obviously, stuff going on with the family, or whatever. But what does it mean to go back to Texas and play a professional football game for you?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of memories that I have. First NFL game I ever watched it wasn't in this current Cowboys stadium, but it was in Dallas. Played a state championship game in high school there. Big 12 championship there, played once in the NFL. There's a lot of memories there, and it's obviously back home in Texas. It's always fun, but then it's close enough to Oklahoma where you always see a lot of Sooner jerseys in there. So for me, it's special. Gonna have a lot of people there supporting me, but really doesn't matter unless we win.
Victor, if you put your fingertips on what's been going on in the second quarter, for whatever reason, there's been some turnovers there, and just have. The first quarter starts out so hot, and then it seems like that second quarter comes and it's a little bit of a different look.
Yeah, we've done an exceptional job about starting fast. Now it's not taking your foot off the gas. Still being consistent. Why have we started fast? Guys are executing the plan. Whatever's being called, we're executing at a high level. So it's just got to stay that way. There needs to be no drop off. Have to hit the reset button. It goes back to good or bad play. Next play is the most important one, and that's the same case if you start fast.
What can you say about this locker room? It feels like these guys really do like playing with one another, have good chemistry, always fooling around. And how big is that play for you in this time of year?
Yeah, I mean, this is football's the greatest team sport. I've said that a bunch, but when guys truly want to play for each other and lay it out on the line for each other, that's when it really counts. Is this late in the year when nobody's feeling 100%. I don't care who you are, you're going to want to do it. You're going to want to make this push, and obviously our circumstances help that as well, knowing that we have to control our own destiny one week at a time. And but it's a special group. It has been since the day I got here.
Couple more, please.
Falcons just benched Kirk Cousins for Michael Penix. You've been in a similar situation, coming in as a rookie, as a high draft pick. Coming in, what's kind of is that like mid-season coming into that, and what can maybe he expect?
Yeah, I mean, it's always a tough deal. I from experience, I learned a lot behind Tyrod Taylor and Drew Stanton, just trying to take in as much information as possible, and that's the most important part is you have to support each other in that room, and that's what it's all about. And so, different look this late in the year for him to be thrown into it with a lot on the line for them. So just take it all in, trust yourself, and that's don't trust yourself too much because we're still trying to make the playoffs in front of each other. But it's a tricky deal, but the whole locker room, you got to support it, and you just have to be all in for it to have success.
What was your reaction when you first heard that?
Doesn't bother me. I'm still playing ball for the Bucs.
Thank you.